When you're looking for a CRM for your growing business, you need something that is both useful and affordable. If so, then you should check out Odoo and Salesforce CRM. Both are designed for small to mid-sized businesses in mind. But choosing between them depends on key factors like how each platform handles leads, what the sales pipeline looks like, and how advanced the automation tools are. We've taken a close look at both of them, so you can see clearly which one fits your long-term business goals. So let's kick things off by talking about how these two tools actually look and feel. Because let's be honest, no one wants to deal with a clunky setup that makes your job harder than it needs to be. When we first opened up Odoo, it felt really simple, like clean and organized. We're met with this dashboard that's got all the apps laid out like tiles. It kind of feels like using your smartphone where you tap on whatever you need: CRM, sales, invoices, and that's it. The layout doesn't try to do too much at once. It's very, what you see is what you get, which makes it feel less overwhelming, especially if you're just starting out or you've never used a CRM before. Now, Salesforce? That's a different aspect. It's got way more going on right out of the gate. When you log into Salesforce, you've got tabs across the top, dashboards all over the place, and a bunch of charts and activity feeds. It definitely looks powerful, but yeah, it's also a bit much at first. It kind of feels like walking into a cockpit with all these switches and dials. So now, let's jump into the core features and talk about what each platform brings to the table. Now let's talk about lead and pipeline management. This is where you really start to feel the difference between Odoo and Salesforce. With Odoo, the whole experience just feels natural. We open the CRM, and the pipeline is laid out like a digital board. Each lead sits on a card, and we can just drag it from one stage to the next. So let's say you had a chat with a potential client and they want a quote. You just move their card over to the quotation sent stage, and the system updates everything for you. It even schedules our next steps based on your sales flow, like maybe sending a follow-up email or booking a call for next week. It's visual and makes it really easy to stay on top of things. Salesforce also gives a pipeline view, but it's more detailed and a little more intense. What stood out to us was how much extra information it shows. We're not just looking at where a lead is, seeing how much that deal is worth, what actions have already happened, who's working on it. So if you've got a ton of leads, this kind of insight helps you know where to focus. It's more advanced, but also a bit heavier to work with if you're new. Next up is how each CRM handles communication with clients and team. And this is a big one because keeping up with every email, call, and message can get out of hand really fast. With Odoo, it all happens inside the platform. Any emails sent to or from a contact show up in their timeline. If we're using VoIP or SMS, or even live chat, all of that can be connected, and every message goes straight to the customer's record. It means that whoever is jumping in can see the full history, like when someone last reached out, what was said, and what needs to happen next. It's a small thing, but it saves from digging through inboxes trying to find what happened last. Now, Salesforce does this too, but the cool part is how everything across departments is connected. So maybe someone from the support team chatted with a customer yesterday about a problem. They'll log that in Salesforce, and when the sales rep opens that customer's page today, they'll see it right there. We're not just looking at sales stuff, we're seeing the full picture of that customer's journey. Marketing emails they clicked on, service cases they opened, feedback they gave, it's all tied together. That's what makes it feel more complete, especially for larger teams. Now let's get into automation because, honestly, nobody wants to waste time doing the same manual tasks every day. Odoo surprised us here. Even though it looks simple, there's a lot going on under the hood. We can set rules that trigger actions, So, like, when a new lead comes in from your website, Odoo can automatically assign it to someone on the team based on workload or region. It can send out a welcome email, create a task to call them tomorrow, and even set reminders, all without you lifting a finger. Instead of chasing every single lead, you can focus on the ones that actually matter. Salesforce, of course, goes deep with automation. Their Einstein AI takes it way further. It doesn't just score leads, it watches how deals are moving, checks past behavior, and helps us make decisions. It might suggest follow-up on a deal that's gone cold, or remind you that a client hasn't heard from you in a week. We can also build our own workflows, like if a customer opens your pricing email, Salesforce can automatically create a task for the sales rep to call them. It's all customizable, and there's almost no limit to what we can automate. Moving on to sending emails, creating quotes, and managing customer docs, because these are things sales teams do every single day. With Odoo, sending a quote is quite fast. We just click on the opportunity, hit Create Quotation, pick the products or services, and Odoo builds a PDF for us. We can send it right from inside the system. Furthermore, we don't need to open our email app or copy-paste anything. It's all connected, and the documents look clean and professional. If the client accepts, you turn it into a sale with one click. It's straightforward, and it works really well. Salesforce has quoting tools too, but it depends a bit on our plan. On the higher tiers, we can use Salesforce CPQ, which stands for Configure, Price, Quote. It's more accurate, especially for complex deals where pricing changes based on product bundles or volume. You can customize templates, track what's been sent, and even add e-signatures. But again, it's a bit more setup, and you might need help from your admin or support team to get it all just right. Alright, let's move into reports and dashboards, because if you don't know what's working, it's hard to improve anything. Odoo keeps it simple but still useful. We can track our sales, lead conversion rates, revenue forecasts, and team performance right from the dashboard. The charts are clear and easy to read. If you want a deeper dive, you can customize reports and set them to run automatically. For a lot of small to mid-sized teams, this is plenty to keep tabs on what's going on. Now, Salesforce, this is where it really shines. The reporting tools are next level. We can build dashboards with exactly the info you want. Whether that's team quotas, sales by region, email open rates, or deal timelines. Einstein can even analyze trends for you and give you forecasts based on past behavior. So if you're a manager trying to spot patterns or make big decisions, Salesforce gives you the tools to really dig into the data. It's more complex, but you get a lot more insight. Alright, real quick. How do they feel on mobile? Because let's face it, we're not always at our desks. Odoo has a mobile app that works well. It's clean, easy to use, and we can manage our leads and sales tasks on the go. We can view your pipeline, send messages, and even create quotes from the phone. It's not overly flashy, but it gets the job done. Salesforce's mobile app is more full-featured. We can see dashboards, access customer records, make updates, and even get real-time notifications. It also pulls in Einstein AI to give suggestions while we're out in the field. It's great for reps who travel or work remotely and need everything at their fingertips. Everything considered, both Odoo and Salesforce bring advanced tools to the table. But your choice really depends on your team's size, needs, and workflow. Odoo shines with its simplicity and ease of use, while Salesforce delivers deep customization and accurate insights. Let us know if you have any further questions or would like to share your thoughts in the comments below.